Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be discussing the audit case laws, which will be very important for the commerce stream examination like BCom, BBA and also audit and account examination. So let's begin with the case laws. Here's the first case law is Allen Craig and Co. London Limited 1934. The subject of the case law is liability of an auditor as regard to submission of the audit report. So in this case law, it is discussed whether there is a liability of the auditor in submission of the audit report. And the decision by the court is that the verdict that the auditor could not be held liable because it's not his duty to send a copy to the shareholders. So the auditor cannot be held responsible in this subject. Okay, let's move to the next case law. And this is the case of Ammonia Soda Company Limited versus Arthur Chamberlain and others in 1918. And here the subject is whether there is the liability of the director in regard to divisible profit and dividend. As held in the court, the decision is that the court gave the verdict that it is improper for a company to pay dividend out of current year without making a good debit balance of the PL account. Hence, in brief, it can be said that the directors are free to take decision to maintain a good debit balance of PL. Then, after that, they can distribute the divisible profit and dividend accordingly. Let's move to the next case law. And this is Apfel versus Anand Dexter and Co. in 1926. And its subject is the difference between the work of an accountant and that of an auditor and the liability of an auditor. That means we will be discussing the accountant and auditor difference and also the liability of an auditor. And the verdict that court declared is that the auditor were innocent and auditor proved that they were asked to prepare the accounts and not to audit them. So this is the verdict in brief. And here comes the next case law. That is Armitage versus Brewer and Knott in 1932. The subject is that liability of an auditor due to negligence on account of not discovering misappropriation of cash by an employee. That means the liability held to the auditor where for negligence on it's not discovering the or not identifying the misappropriation of cash which is taken by an employee. And the decision is against the auditor that Mr. Justice Tablor held the auditor liable. He said that the auditor is held liable because of his negligence of duty and ordered him to refund the amount paid to him because it is his duty to find out any misappropriation of cash which may undertook by any employee. And the last case but not the least, and this case is of Arthur E. Green and Co. versus Central Advance and Discount Corporation Limited 1920. And the subject is of liability of an auditor in relation to bad and doubtful debt. So whether there is a liability of the auditor in connection to the bad and doubtful debt. So let's discuss the decision. And the decision held that the auditor were negligent as they accepted the schedule of bad debt furnished by the responsible officer. Hence, the auditor should not fully depend on the report furnished by the responsible officer. In this case, the auditor should re-verify or recheck the report which is furnished by the responsible official of the company. So friends, this is all about the video contents. We'll be discussing some more case laws in the next video. Till then, stay healthy, stay fit. Thank you very much.